This video is brought to you by Squarespace. On this episode of You Can't Eat the Grass, the tulips have begun, and that means it's our grand opening for the roadside stand and our first farmers market of the year. Will sales live up to the hype, or will this season start with a whimper? Stay tuned to find out.
Hey, this is a bad cat thing. Yeah, this is not a good spot for cats. It's officially time. We are going to be opening the roadside stand. It is currently Monday, which means we need to get ready because Friday is our grand opening. But first, we need to make sure everyone knows. Now they'll know. This is not a cat spot. We need to do a big clean on the stand. All these dried flowers are in here because we're going to be redoing our dried flower installation. You know, the colors and everything are pretty faded on that. So we need to get another one so that we're all ready for Friday. Right, Kaya? Friday. This is where he goes. Not to the road. It's beautiful out. It's like a gorgeous day. And we're finally starting to feel better. We're still not like 100%, but you know, we're good enough to be able to spend the day slowly working again. So yay. He's sniffing. He smells something. Looks like I'm gonna have another round of tulip pulling to do today. You know, it's exciting. It's exciting that so many of these are ready, and it's not gonna be long until we're selling tulips like crazy. It's been a rough week. We've been very sick. And you know, one of the hardest things about getting sick on the farm is there's no one to do the work, and so the work just doesn't happen. But we've put in an effort. We've made sure that the tulips haven't gone to waste, kept the children and ourselves alive. You know, the most essential task of all. Sure, a week disappeared. We lost a week. It's a week we would have liked to have been able to do some work for, but in the grand scheme of things, a week isn't gonna make or break the farm. And, you know, we're just gonna work hard for the next couple of weeks and we'll get back on top of things, and it'll be like this lost week never happened. The first step to getting the flowers that are in storage ready to sell is you need to rehydrate them. So they've been in the fridge without water, and you know, they still look pretty good. Some of these are getting close to a week. You know, they were nice and hydrated when we got them in. So before you can do anything with them, you need to give them water. And in the fridge, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill up these buckets, and the ones when we box them, what we do to rehydrate them is we put them into bucket. Tonight, I'm gonna be hydrating tons of boxes into the fridge because tomorrow I'm gonna be getting ready for Saturday market. What I'm doing right now is so that I'll have some ready for tonight to make bouquets for the stand. Oh, they're gonna look so good though. What do you think? How many bunches are we gonna sell on opening day at the stand?
I think a lot.
You think $200?
Oh, I think we'll sell $200, no problem, because that's only 10 bouquets.
I started talking about it on Instagram, and we put that sign out on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, if people drive by it on their way to and from work, you know, that means they've seen it 10 times by the time we open up. You know, it'll be interesting to see what the market does too.
Look at this bucket.
This is some yellow pomponette and some sun lover, and then the Oxford Elite, which is this like red, orange, yellow stripy one. We don't necessarily grow the same as other people, right? Because we go for these like really bright, saturated colors, whereas a bunch of the other people are doing these like softer, more romantic tulips. You know, and here's a great example. This is a soft romantic color for us. And even this is like a bright, punchy. And it's me, so when I go to make bouquets, obviously I'm gonna do it with orange, pink and orange. Yeah. You know, and down at the market, it catches eyes. I think we need to snip these. I'm like, where's my Kerchunk machine? Ah, here it is. Chunk. Little shorties. But that's fine, because we're gonna use these along with our short anemones to make mixed bouquets. They'll be short, but they'll have short fronds, which will make them look a little bit better. Okay, now we wait. Or, now we go do more work. It's a busy day.
Busy day unless you're a cat.
You got a job to do. You've got a job to do, my thick loaf. Oh, you know, I think it's time to drop a layer.
How many layers you got on? Got 2 long sleeves?
Yeah. Gotta wear long sleeves. If you don't have long sleeves, then you can't drop a layer. Definitely a good day for a hat. There is a bunch of tulips that are ready to get harvested. It's time to keep on filling up the cooler. You know, we're doing pretty good. We have an entire fridge full. We have 6 boxes filled in the walk-in cooler. We have a pile of branches to be able to put together, more than just tulips, right? To be able to make it into a bouquet. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm gonna be picking another 4 boxes here today. They're all coming, really quickly. I wanna be conservative about the market. The one thing about tulips is if we keep them in the fridge, they hold. But when we bring them out, especially when it's gonna be 27 at the market on Saturday, those can't go back into the fridge and get stored. So with it being the first market, not necessarily knowing for sure what's gonna happen with the tulips, I only wanna send 50. That's $1,000 for the market.
Yeah.
And when I did the math, there was going to be the ability to do more than 200 bouquets.
Just from this bag?
Just from what's in the tunnel here. And tomorrow, I'm gonna be able to pick the first variety out of the outdoor space. We'll have lots, right? And the other thing that I'm thinking is, if the market's going crazy, if we're selling out, you give me a call and I can throw more bunches into the van.
Yeah, that's a great problem to have.
How we do this. So, how flower farmers grow tulips hurts every gardener's brain. So we're gonna quickly go over this. What we do is we pull the entire plant and bulb out of the soil, because what we do is we cut them off right at the top of the bulb so that we can get the most stem possible. If we didn't do this, the tulips would be only this big and they wouldn't make a great bouquet. But because we cut them off of the bulb, it means we can't save them. Every year, this becomes compost, and we need to go and buy fresh bulbs every single season. What we pay for this bulb and the labor that we put in, we make money on doing this, but it wouldn't make sense for the home gardener because you're not selling them. So this year we're doing something a little bit different. We have these in crates. The reason why they're in crates is just it was easier for us to work inside the tunnel with them in crates. But one thing that we're going to be doing forever from now on is they're planted in 100% compost. And because they're planted in 100% compost, you can see they pulled out really easily and they're very clean. Buying in the compost, using the compost, it costs money, but it saves us so much money in the form of time. This I can put into the cooler and keep it there for a couple weeks out of water, and it will store for me. And then when I need it, I pull them out, I cut the bulb off, get them all refreshed in water, and then I sell them. It's how some of the varieties in here will be able to be sold, you know, in a week or two from now. It makes it so that this very sensitive and very expensive crop is doable.
They definitely come out easier in the compost.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see what the difference is going to be for cleaning. Last year, they were really difficult to clean, to like wash all the dirt off of the leaves.
Yeah, that took a surprisingly long amount of time.
Yeah, but I think this year it's going to be, you know, a quick rinse and then we're 100% done.
Because we were talking about how we were going to scale up from doing 5,000 tulips to 12,000 tulips. And it was, you know, it sounds kind of impossible because it's like, last year we were so busy doing 5,000, how could we possibly do more? But
I think the compost is going to mean that I can do the 12,000. Yeah, no, I'm not intimidated at all. Tulip time.
tulip time.
Ready? I got a money shot coming here.
You know what I'm excited about? It's been the entire winter of buying stuff for the farm.
You're excited to see money come in?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta go buy all those bulbs for next year.
I'm not saying that more money won't be going out. I'm just saying that some money will be coming in.
Okay, let's do some orange ones. These are fun to pull, because look how big these bulbs are.
Oh yeah.
How about that for a big fatty?
Looks like you have a pretty good haul here.
I filled my boxes, and there's still more. There's a lot of bulbs today. I still have like red ones. I still have like a ton in the sun lovers. So, but I'm like, what is this? This is like, we now have 10 full boxes for the cooler.
So that's 60 bouquets, right?
I feel like you burnt a bunch of my boxes this winter, and now you're in trouble. How exciting this is. It's like couple empty crates almost.
Ooh.
We're like getting to the point that, you know, we can start lifting some of these out of.
You want some help getting all these crates into the fridge?
Yeah, they're heavy. Will you carry them for me?
Sure. We were too ambitious in trying to get the dried flower installation refreshed. So these can go into storage until next week. Are you tripping out on how good it looks in here?
So I have to sit here and then you need to take a picture of me. Because it looks really good in this room. You know, you've done a lot of work cleaning this all up.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's still a few things to put away, but...
For the most part, this is everything that was in here,
I also,
plus more.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to put it away because it looks like gorgeous.
Yeah, you have to.
I know.
Just not yet. We need more boxes.
Yeah. Okay. Can't actually just sit in all the dried flowers because we need to make fresh flowers. It's, I don't know, it was 9:30, might be 10 o'clock now. But the roadside stand opens up. Tomorrow, I want to have it stocked tonight so that when Ian takes the kids to the bus stop, he can open the door. And if anyone's keen and wants to come by first thing in the morning, it'll have flowers, it'll be good to go. We have these soaking. What we need to do now is we need to clean them and then bunch them and wrap them so that they're ready to sell. But I can arrange summer bouquets at the rate of $300 an hour. 15 bouquets an hour. I can do twice as fast on the tulips. You know, if I get everything cleaned, all we need is a couple buckets out there. Okay. What I'm gonna need is I need clean buckets. This is...
You're talking to me, not
yeah. Ian, we haven't cleaned our buckets. So I think we need to time-lapse time.
Time-lapse time.
Yeah. It's the moment of truth. It's what we've been waiting for. Clean them.
With our new compost method.
See how this works.
Life 100% easier?
That's the goal.
200% easier?
I don't know.
They
look pretty clean. It looks pretty done already, just by growing them in compost. So this is what we do. This is the assembly line. We dump it into the sink. And then I have a garbage bucket at my feet because you got mad at me when I just threw it straight on the ground. We rip off the bottom leaf, not being precious. You know,
I think you're missing.
Well, then I guess we're doing the on the ground. Okay, so this one's sad. This one hasn't really hydrated. So then we get flowers inside the house pile of sad, pathetic ones. We need like a vase of water for them. Okay. Serina's flowers. Oh, look. More. For the Serina collection.
You know what? I'm starting to see your design.
You're seeing the vision?
Yeah.
Got another for the Serina collection. One bucket down. 3 to go.
Bucket 2.
Bucket 2. How about that for my bouquet?
Oh, you already have your bouquet. It looks great.
Well, I do love money, so I suppose we'll just have to sell them. Not done yet, but halfway done. We got some good potential in here.
Getting close.
These are the last of them. Okay, we got everything cleaned. You know, the one thing that always surprises me about tulips is in the little amount of time that they're out of the fridge, just how quickly they open up. Right, the tulips last for 5 days once people get them. I was thinking maybe we do like a pink and purple mix, and then we would do some with like the yellow and the oranges, the tropical vibe. We need elastics and we need branches. This is what we'd forgotten. Let's go get the branches. Uh-oh, it's too cold. been obsessively checking this since we plugged it in a couple days ago. I'll have to keep an eye on that. It's already frozen once this year, and I don't want it to freeze when I have 10 cases of tulips in there. Okay, using branches. What I've learned. Flowers on branches don't last very long, like 2 days. And then what you want to do is you want to do a fresh cut on the bottom. Oh, I might need.
You want the bigger ones?
I might need the bigger ones. And then you have to split the stem or else they won't hydrate. My plan is, you know, like this. It'll bloom tomorrow or the day after, look like this for 2 days. And then after that, then these will start to leaf out and have a little bit of greenery. Just, you know, be something to hang out with the tulips. You still want to remove everything from the lower parts because you don't want it under the water. Okay, the recipe. 8 tulips, 1 stick, 2 purple, 2 pink, 2 of these, 2 of those, a stick.
I like it. That's pretty good.
1. Okay, you want to see even better? 3 yellow, 3 Oxford Elite, 2 Disneyland Paris. Cannot cut branches on the Kerchunk machine. Okay.
2.
Okay, you know what is like ultimate for me though? Gotta do
Pink and orange.
pink and orange. Let's do 4 of that. 2 of these, 2 Disneyland Paris. That's what I want. We want to sell them with the most life. It can be deceiving, right? This looks like a very small bunch, but it's gonna open up to be this massive, gorgeous. And that's why the elastic is down low, to give them the ability to fan out a little bit. Actually, tulips are a great one. That is good to not do it in the hand. Tulips are the type of thing that arranges really nicely by laying them out on the table. Then we can like bang them out fast. Let's do 2 purple. This doesn't always lead to the fastest bouquets, in my opinion. If you're gonna pick it up and fluff it at all, then in my opinion, you might as well just hold it in the first place. But like I said, all I do with tulips is I elastic the bottom. So these actually work pretty good to lay out. There you go. 4 bouquets.
Well, that is it for me tonight, Serena. I'm gonna go to bed because I gotta do kids stuff in the morning.
Okay, well, all I have to do is turn all of these into bouquets and wrap them all and clean the roadside stand and stock the roadside stand and make signs for the roadside stand and hydrate flowers to get ready for the market tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
It won't take that long.
Yeah.
It'll like hour and a half.
Do you think this Serena bouquet will rehydrate itself and look perfect?
Yeah. I think they'll be standing 100% upright by the morning. We ended up getting 23 bouquets. So I have 10 here ready to go up to the stand, and then I have the other ones in the fridge. So we'll start with that, and fingers crossed, maybe we will have a really good day. Maybe we will sell them all tomorrow. These are already starting to sit up pretty good. You know, tomorrow morning, perfect bouquet. Pretty good looking fridge. 10 bouquets in the roadside stand, all ready for tomorrow morning. You know, it'll be exciting to see what we can sell.
All right, I just opened up the stand, so 2023, the selling season has officially started. It's pretty exciting, so let's go take a look. Look in here. Oh, it's pretty exciting. Now we just gotta wait and see how many bouquets we sell. Our bouquet is looking good now. Except for this guy. It's late afternoon and we don't know what we've sold yet today, but we're gonna go check right now.
Are you coming too, Dusty?
We're doing all right. We're at 8 bouquets sold for the day. So, you know, the goal is to get at least 10. And we still got lots of time to do that. We're talking about it. Last year, if you average it out, we sold, what, like
1,200 a week.
1,200 a week, right? So that's pretty good, just from the stand. 1,200 a week from the stand. Realistically, over 200 a week as a goal every day, averaged out, is realistic. But, you know, maybe as a higher goal, like $2,000 a week, it doesn't seem impossible because, you know, there's lots of people who kept buying from us in the last half of the summer after they discovered us. So we just gotta convert those people quicker this year.
I'm excited to see that my daffodil and tulip bunches sold. You know, I had 3 out here, and my daffodils are quite short, so I was like, oh, I don't know if they'll do well. They were my favorite, and they're all gone. So, you know, that's good. That means even if the bouquets are a little shorter, that customers will pick them over other options. You know, we're not keeping too many things out. It's hot. It's really hot this weekend. The air conditioner's blowing and it helps, but you know, the more we can keep the tulips in the fridge, the fresher they are. You know, and I don't want anything kind of sitting out for longer than a day.
It's fun to be selling again.
I know. Well, I was like, we'll have to open this up. I'm hoping that we're selling. They're disappearing one at a time, so that usually means they're selling instead of getting stolen.
Well, surprise, surprise, we are a little bit behind today, but Serina's working hard inside. She got a bunch of buckets cleaned, and now she's cleaning off a bunch of the tulips. So we're gonna get caught up. After I do this next thing, I'm gonna go help her out. But what I gotta do first is, we listened, okay? Everybody was complaining last year about how the red light from our tent filtered through and made the bouquet colors look all weird. We actually have a white tent that we had from years before. And so we're gonna go back to that, but I haven't opened it up in like a bunch of seasons. I wanna open it up before I go out to the market just to make sure that it's not missing any bolts or that it's not broken in some way. Well, there we go. The other tent is definitely nicer to set up. You know, and this one, you know, it's showing its age, but that's really the worst spot. Other than that, there's just one bolt that's missing, so I'll rig up something for that, and then, you know, it's time to start making bouquets. Last bucket of tulips to clean.
I know, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't know that this is enough. Because my goal was to have, I want 50 for the market, but I want like another kind of 20 ready to go, so that if tomorrow you're like, things are selling like crazy, then I'll like hop in the car and I'll bring more down. We've done decent. I think we're at like 9 for this stand.
Do you want all these sticks? Do you want all the sticks?
Probably.
The colors on that. Those are gonna be cool. These are hard to maneuver with.
Stick collection. So you've probably heard this story before. It's currently 10:30 and I have 0 bouquets made. We always try to be on the ball. I don't know. I mean, we're night owls, so, you know. But we have everything prepared, right? Cleaning the tulips is what takes the longest. We need 50 for the market tomorrow. Honestly, I think there's a good chance that I can do all of this in 2 hours. This is definitely not gonna be a 4 in the morning night. Yeah. Unless I use up all the tulips that I have. And then I'm like, I don't know, I should do more. And then I'm like headlamp harvesting like at 3 in the morning. Part of what is gonna make this so simple is this isn't our first tulip rodeo. We've actually this year bought tulips with recipes in mind. So, you know, on the table here, I have my sunlover, I have my yellow pomponette, I have my double gruntish, I have this like beautiful orange and yellow Oxford Elite. Like these are gonna go together really fast to do a bunch. And I'm just gonna bang through all of this, you know, before I then move on to like my other colors. And even when it comes to the other colors, I have purples and pinks. I'm gonna blend the purples and pinks together as a recipe, you know, and then at the end, I'm gonna, you know, do something with the bits and pieces. So it's gonna go fast.
So it's not just me going to the market tomorrow, you're gonna come down with the kids too, right?
You know, we really love getting to come down to the market. You know, we like supporting the local farmers too, right? Like we want to get out, we want to support our favorite veggie farmers, we want to, you know, see all of our friends, get all of our favorite treats, say hello. You know, I really like going to the farmers market. The joy of being part of our farmers market community is probably one of the reasons why we do the farmers market. There's a million ways we could have, you know, a business, but it would be hard for us to want to give up on, you know, all the fun of the farmers market.
Look, you almost got 6 bouquets.
We got one design done. Now we're on to pinks and purples.
How many bouquets do you have?
We're doing pretty good. We got 23. So
what was it, about an hour since we filmed last?
So we're pretty close to being on track.
But for me, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Cross our fingers.
Yeah, it's a big day tomorrow.
Sellouts. Sellouts by 10:30. So that when I phone at 10, I'm like, do you need extra bouquets? You're like, oh God, bring more.
Last year, our first tulip market, we sold out. It was like our best market that we'd ever had up to that point. We were like, oh, okay, yeah, flowers. We're a flower farm.
I think we were doing the exact same thing that we're doing today. I was nervous about sending the tulips down and having them blow open. You know, the roadside stand hadn't been selling quite as good as I wanted it to, right? And then you went down to the farmer's market and you're like, put in another order, buy more tulips.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good night. I finished up the bouquets. It ended up taking me longer than I expected. It's almost 2 o'clock now, but they look pretty good. I got 60 of them, and I also made a few of the $40 ones, so I'm excited to see if people like those. I need to get these into the cooler and then to bed. Won't be long until Ian's off to the market.
Well, the moment is finally here. It's the first market morning of the year. I got a lot of sleep last night, so I feel great. But I'm a little bit nervous. It's been a little while. And you're always nervous. You're gonna forget something important. That's just natural for me. A bit of anxiety about not bringing something, but that's the only way that I'm motivated to make sure that I got everything on my checklist. There we go. It only took me about 5 minutes to get all the flowers in there. Now I just gotta bring some flowers up to the roadside stand, get it all stocked up and ready to sell today. The sun is about to rise and I'm all ready to go, so let's get up to that market. Alright, well today is turning out pretty good so far. I'm all set up. It's like a half hour till the market opens. So I got some time to walk around and check out all the other vendors and say hello to some people I haven't seen in a while. You know, everything looks really good. The stand looks nice and full. It's a beautiful day. I think that lots of people are going to show up. You know, it's exciting. Now that I'm all set up, I know too that I didn't forget anything. I got everything that I need. The anxiety about forgetting stuff, it permeates everything. I was even driving over and I was like, I haven't seen any other market vehicles driving towards the market this morning. Is it even Saturday? But you know, that's just how the mind works. It's 9 a.m. now and we sold $160, so you know, not the fastest start we've ever had. You know, a really fast start is like 300 or so in the first hour. It is a spring morning, it's not a summer morning. So I think it's gonna be a big rush around like 10:30 or so, and we'll sell out no matter what. It's just after 11 now, and things are actually really slow. There's lots of traffic, lots of people are coming up to the stand, but for some reason, people just aren't buying the tulips today. We're only at 4:40, and we got 2 hours left. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a rush, and we can get close to that $1,000. How's it going for it?
Good. Me and the kids have come down to the market. We have to check in, make sure Ian's surviving. And unfortunately, there's still lots of flowers out here. You know, what I always want to see when I come down to the market is that there's only dried flowers left. So, you know, it's not as much as we hoped it was. It's still not too bad. What was the amount again? $7.40. Yeah, and there's about a half an hour left of the market, so we won't really sell too much more. But you know, it's hard to complain about that for first market of the year. You know, and it's fun to be here, get to see all of our friends, and it's a beautiful day out.
The market was selling a bit slow today, but the roadside stand has been selling and we're sold out. So I gotta grab some of these bouquets that didn't sell and top up that stand. I don't know exactly how much we sold here today, but we sold at least 8 bouquets, so that's $160. Hello.
So we haven't checked the money in the stand all weekend. So this is the grand reveal. This is what we made. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, We know that today, Sunday, was pretty slow. Not very many flowers disappeared. But Saturday was pretty crazy. So I don't know exactly what we're gonna get in here, but it might be good.
I'm guessing money.
I'm hoping money. Ooh. Well, I would say that the weekend did a lot better than I thought. What? Oops. Yeah, this is like a pretty amazing weekend. This is like a lot of money. Okay.
Count it up.
Pull it out and count it up. Come on, wait. There's like a 50.
And a dime.
So we ended up having $415, which is pretty amazing. That's a lot more money than I thought. It's the beginning of the season, right? Like obviously best case scenario would have been that absolutely everything sold. We sold out completely. We're running out of flowers. You know, that's the dream. The dream is to be a bunch of sellouts.
That's gonna be Mother's Day though.
Yeah, Mother's Day. You know, I don't know. You could do a lot of money on Mother's Day. But to have the first, weekend be $1,000, I'm happy with that.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
Selling at the farmer's market is hard, and it takes a lot of time. If you're just getting started, selling through a website is a great way to connect to customers. And Squarespace can help you do that.
Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform from which to create your website. Connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated members-only content. Manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights, all on one easy-to-use platform. Or create a community with their powerful blogging tools. Or use Squarespace extensions to manage inventory, promote products, and streamline bookkeeping. Or simply display posts from your social profiles. Honestly, the options feel limitless. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/youcaneatthegrass to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.